Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. Hi Charlie, yeah, let's get some munching going on. Alright, well, for the first task for today, I'm gonna go around and have a bit of a look at the animals, at the pens and whatnot. So let's check if everything is in order and if anything needs to be done. The moon is still up. Yeah, I guess we are a bit earlier today than usual. Okay, let's see how the cows are doing. Okay, you got plenty of food. You got plenty of straw. And everybody seems to be fairly happy. And nothing major is going on. Good. That's what we like to hear, don't we? Alright, I think there's something new in the sheep pen. So let's see. Marshmallow Cupcake, Daisy, you are all good. Okay, Dot and Sparky needs to be sold. Okay, that's one thing I gotta do, and that's it for this side. Let's check the horses. Miss Jasmine, Mr. Garris, and Uther. Okay, so Jasmine is expecting a baby. Nothing new here. We are running fairly low on the oat, so it seems. Alright. That just means we're gonna have to probably buy some, because I don't believe it's gonna last us until we can harvest oats next year. Yeah, it's the piggies. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 0030 contracted porcine epidemic diarrhea. Let's find you, sir or lady. 0030 and diseases. Let's start treatment for you. You poor little boar. We got many boars and not so many lady pigs. Alright. So today is gonna be a day of doing some chores around the fields. I definitely want to plow up all the fields. And I also want to start work in the vineyard. We gotta cut all those old leaves off, old branches. Wait, I think the tractor's over there. Alrighty. Let's get you started. My favorite zipper. So just to make things a bit clearer, we gotta plow up 3 fields that we harvested in the previous month. And then we gotta take care of the rocks that are probably gonna be on the fields. We have quite a rock prolific soil over here, I think. Okay, let's back it up. I probably should have waited until it's a bit lighter outside. It would be easier for you to see things, but hey, here we are. I woke up early and I'm not gonna waste any daytime. Excuse me, I'm still not completely healthy. But it just is what it is. Alright, and before we do anything else, I definitely have to refuel. Alright, this shouldn't take long. I think it has a 91 liter fuel tank. Which is decent, but it goes down fairly quickly when you do work in the fields. And I'm probably gonna have to order another batch of fuel. Okay, tractors all filled up. Beautiful, and now we are ready to roll. Ready to rock. Hey, the sun is coming up. Amazing. And yes, we could be a rock farmer. So it seems. Because every year that we put the plow in the ground, we bring up new stones. So I don't know. You gotta be magnetic. But in any case, I don't want this to go on for too long, so I'll do a few action shots and then we'll continue on with something else. But before I do that, I really want to say that this tractor is so maneuverable. As you can see, I turned it around and basically no space needed. Awesome. And if I keep my tire right next to the plowed up area, it should be covering everything nicely. And it is.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you call these eyes. Hard to get to know me, better than my lies. No way I'd let you say goodbye. No way I'd let you say goodbye. You said there ain't no reason, but I sit here every day, waiting for the moment. I don't feel like I should stay. No way I'd let you say goodbye. No way I'd let you say goodbye.
Well, this is close to the end of this field, and I gotta say that I am very happy with how I quote-unquote perfected my craft of plowing the fields. Even though this is a subsoiler and it's technically not a plow, but it leaves furrows and it does the same job, so Yeah, the tractor is struggling here where the soil is already loose. In any case, I have called Mr. Antoni and asked him for his help again. And he said that sure, no problem, he's gonna take care of the last two fields. And in the meantime, I can take the newer Zetor and I can go start digging up the rocks from the ground. I really want to take care of this little spot over here. It's gonna bother me if I don't. Yeah, so I'm gonna hook up my newer Zetor and I'm gonna take it on the fields and bring the rocks off. Clear the rocks off, that is. And I can tow the trailer behind me so I don't have to go back and forth. And I can then sell those rocks to the highest bidder. Anybody want a rock? I want a rock! Dun, 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 I want to rock. Anybody know that song? Yeah, okay, I'm just reliving my younger years. But that was a cool song. And it fits this theme of today's job. Oh man. Alrighty. Very nicely following the edge of the field. The fields here in this country are not squared. You might have noticed that. And that's perfectly fine. We just gotta take that into account when we do work. And I think that's gonna be 3 passes to finish this off, maybe 2. Yeah, but look at this nicely plowed field. It's a shame that when we're gonna go and collect the rocks, we're gonna rough it all up. So it's not gonna be in neat rows, but it's gonna be in not so neat. Sorry, tractor. Didn't give you enough air to breathe. And of course I left just a tiny little smudge over there. But I gotta go fix it. It's unacceptable. Alright, perfect. I think we can now turn off the lights. And return back to the farm. This is art. Yeah, it really is. And I'm the artist. Alright, I'm gonna leave the tractor here for Mr. Antonio to come collect it. I'm gonna take a hike. Look at this. Except for the rocks, it looks very, very nice. Doesn't it? I think this deserves a bit of a photo. Let's try and do it from afar so you're gonna be able to see the field. Mr. Antoni is already on the job, plowing up the field, and we have the rock bucket. Beautiful. I was trying to find the correct gear. It's like smashing the buttons. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, we have a bunch of rocks in here. Yes, we do. And I think I'm gonna position the trailer right next to the main road so we can go and dump both fields in before we move on. I wonder whose this field is. It's massive. Absolutely massive. Wouldn't want to work on that field with our small tools. Okay, now let's give this a go. Then no, nothing. I guess I have to lower it down a bit more. Okay, yeah, I can hear it working now. Yeah, as I've said, this rock picking does ruin your beautiful rows that you made with the plow. But this is just something that we gotta live with. Yeah, no? Yeah, these are quite big rocks. Very quality stone. Ah. Why, oh why? You would think that after so many years of plowing the field up, it wouldn't be as rocky. But I guess we're wrong. Hey, over there we can see Mr. Antoni. Just a tiny smudge. And I don't know if there's something wrong with the tractor, but I can hear the gears grinding up to here. I really do hope he doesn't destroy the tractor.
Teardrops when I hold your hand. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we watch it fade away? Can we let it fade away? We'll take it day by day.
Okay, so 2 fields collected. It does feel like there's a lot of rocks on the ground, but when you pick them up, it's only a few hundred liters usually. Which is all fine by me. Don't take this as a complaint. Okay, let's drop them in. Even though there's only a few hundred liters, the weight is pretty significant, so yeah, it's better to take it out than to leave it in. Okay, now the hoses. Let's see how much we have in here. Well, it's quite a bunch, you know, considering how heavy these rocks are. I can actually turn the lights off. It's fairly light outside now. It's actually a very beautiful November day. Going close to December. Okay, well, you've seen us do the work, so I'm gonna skip this and we'll see on the other side when everything is nice and clear. I didn't get far. Another flat tire. What in the world is going on in this field? Slap me like a... and call me Susan. What's wrong with this field? Shit. Well, I really don't want to go and get a new tire right now. So I'm thinking, let me think. Well, there's really nothing else I can do. I gotta take care of the tire. What's wrong with this field? The last time we had a flat, it was, let's say, maybe 50 meters, 60 meters later on in the same row. All right. You know what I'm thinking? Might be a bit easier if I actually empty this out and use the front loader tool to lift the front of the tractor up. Let me put a drone outside so you can actually see what this looks like when we drive. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be a lot easier to change than the rear tire. I'm actually thinking, would it be better if I get some kind of a professional road assistance, farm assistance type of a deal? Let me make a few calls and see what we can arrange. Alright, 394 euros later and we have a new tire on. So yeah, road assistance came and they actually sorted out our tire. And they're gonna drop the one that we took off down at the farm. So we're slowly making a stack. Oh, brother. But yeah, it was a lot easier and a lot quicker repair because we had the tractor lifted up. So yeah, let's see them off and then we'll continue with our work on the field, hopefully without any punctures anymore. But I gotta take a metal detector or something like that and check this side of the field because something seems to be fishy over here. I doubt it's what they say, a coincidence that it dropped the tractor in practically the same spot as it did previously. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's continue. This is this field done, and I have been notified by Mr. Antoni that he's also done with the field right down there. And I just remember something. I gotta look up if the alfalfa we put in the ground not too long ago needs to be rolled before it germinates. Because if it does, I just might be inclined to do that until this day is over, because probably it's gonna be germinated in the beginning of December. So by then I don't think I'll be able to actually roll it in any decent manner, because there's already gonna be little plants poking out of the ground, and that's just not the way things go. I'd probably just be killing off the plants that poked out. You should never punish a plant for doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, this is a day that became quite eventful, and I'm really happy that I got the number. I actually called Mr. Ben to the store, and he gave me the number for the help. And it turns out these are part of the same company, the same people as that guy was that actually lent me his camper van at the beginning of my life here. I didn't know he has roadside service, so I didn't know he has a towing service, but I didn't know about the roadside service. So yeah, good to know. Good to know. My phone contacts are multiplying day by day, month by month. Alright. Now, yet another field to collect the rocks. I'll see you when I'm done. Righty. Doing the last little piece of this field, and I gotta say the field looks like a ballet floor if I would have tractors on the ballet floor. Should. But yeah, I kind of feel like the front of the tractor is very heavy. So I'm gonna take it easy. Seems like we got quite a lot of rocks off this field. It might be because, well, have we plowed it up previously or haven't we done that? To be honest, I can't really remember. No matter, let's slowly try and unload this in the trailer. Gotta be very, very careful. Look at that, we're already struggling. Okay, I just need to get it over the trailer and I think that's good enough. Beautiful. And since we're already halfway to the quarry, I think I'm gonna go and dump the rocks out. There's no need in keeping them around. And we might even get paid some. Should probably take the lights off. Working lights, that is. I don't want to blind anyone. Into the quarry we go. I think I can dump the rocks right here. Or I could put it into the rock crusher. Okay. Let's lift the trailer up and let's see. Alright, 744 euros for the rocks. And now I gotta make my way back to the farm. I have learned that we do have to roll the field. So when I take the trailer off, I'm gonna put the roller on and then we're gonna go to our alfalfa field. And hopefully we can do this before night falls. We should be able to. It's only 4 PM. Still plenty of time. I gotta say, it feels kinda good to have everything prepared for next year. With no rush and no problems, no trouble. At least none that I know of. But yeah, those fields are gonna be pickled in the springtime, and we're gonna be all good to put seed in. Okay, so to think about it, I'm gonna leave this tractor right here. Gonna take care of it later on. And I'll do the rolling with the smaller Zetor. It's easier to turn around and it doesn't have a front loader arm on, which would make it... I hope it can lift it though. I didn't consider that. Okay, so to lower this down I need to also lower the splitter wheel. And yeah, I did run out of time to take those goats to the animal dealers. I have to do that next month, and I also gonna have to take care of the vineyard next time. So yeah, at least we know what we have to do. Okay, the moment of truth. Will it lift? Okay. It will. Perfect. Anyway, you have seen the rolling, you have seen all that good stuff. So I'm not gonna keep you tied in here in the video with me. I'll probably show you 1 or 2 action shots, and that's gonna be it for today. So thank you all for watching as we drive into the sunset. It's like Miami Vice, and those were some epic sunsets. In any case, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. Join us next time where we continue with the adventure. Take care and goodbye.